butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
Right then, good evening, welcome back to VP4TV, welcome to Slim, welcome to Dwight, and welcome back to Miasma. Yeah, you need to give it a little time to settle down because it's only just started the stream. So if you think there's a problem, make sure you're checking that your resolution is at the right setting in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. There should be a little cog or something on Twitch, as there is on YouTube, just to check that it hasn't defaulted to a lower resolution. Once it settles down, it should be 1080 and there shouldn't be a problem. If there is a problem, it's not my end, because everybody knows the story, probably apart from the asthma. But I did a test last night. This is a full test tonight. I had two browsers up there. I had the one for the music and the one that I'm looking at on my second monitor for the YouTube stream. And touch wood again, we're hoping this goes okay. We're here tonight for a one-loss side match between LS3 and BrainFellOut, and the winner of that match will go through to play the winner of the Zangetsu MC Clarkey match. Now that should be quite a close match as well, as this should be. LS3 will be the slight favourite, I would believe, but you know, I think we've seen some spectacular wins. Cobra, to mention one, getting in through the back door, so to speak. But anything can happen. We know how the game goes. Weird things happen. 8 balls going in the break, 10 a penny. We just hope that it's a good close match. That's all I'm interested in. That it's close and it's good and the players play well. There's little or no numptiness, and we get some decent quality. So once again, I don't know whether Steve's going to show up out the woodwork. I will do a quick tab because he should be there if he is going to be there. If I can find Discord. Right, no sign of Steve in Discord, so we're getting to the top of the hour, so if he's going to appear, he will appear in the room. That chat overlay will fix itself once it does a refresh. It always goes weird when I tab out, but it fixes itself immediately. So are we going to get any match predictions here as to what the score's going to be? I'm going to go 11-8 to LS3. I think it is a race to 11, isn't it? Well, here's hoping that she arrives. I don't know whether she has arrived because I can't see who's arriving in the lobby. That logo's over the top of it. The viewer count is covering it. But we might not have a match on here if LS3's forgetting to show up. I certainly don't see her in the lobby, so it might be short and sweet. Oh, there she is. Speak of the devil. So let's get straight in then. I might need to change the cloth colour. No, I don't. So LS3's in, getting a bit of a warm-up. Cobra, the LCS, has arrived in the stream. Good evening. Jam you get. Right, so we've got BrainFellOut on the right hand side, and LS3 will be on the far side as we do the lag. And BrainFellOut's got a touch like a sledgehammer. So LS3 has got the break. So good luck to both of them. And we've got a yellow ball in. Has Steve arrived in the room? Has he? Good evening.
Good evening.
I never noticed you arriving in the room then. Somebody told me in the stream there. I was wondering if you were going to show. So give us your prediction then.
I think this is going to be LS3.
Well, I think most of us would agree with that. But BrainFellOut, if he plays sensibly, can keep himself in it. So here's hoping he does.
Yeah.
Did you get my did you get my email earlier, Steve?
I saw something.
You saw it and ignored it. You saw it. Oh, it's from Hugh. It'll be crap. We just won't bother with it.
The problem was that I saw it on my phone. I didn't have my glasses, so I couldn't really read it.
Well, that stream I did last night was a proper test last night, where I had that black ball tournament running, and I thought I'll do a live stream and I'll have my second monitor up and running, and the guys will tell you everything went smooth as anything. Not a problem. But what I did last night at the end of that video, once it had processed, I looked at putting end card. I think it's cards they call it or something. It's a clickable link. So I've given some free advertising to VP4 on the end of that video last night. If you guys want to check it out, because there's a box that pops up, and when you click it, it takes you straight to the login for VP4 online. That's something I need to remember to do once the videos are completed. So, and it does work because I tested it.
Oh.
I think we're okay.
Oh, she barely made it.
Well, it's a solid start for LS3.
Yeah, and that's what she needs to do. She can keep away from doing crazy stuff. She's got a chance to win this tournament.
You see who's crawled out the woodwork in the chat, Steve? Miasma.
Cobra. Miasma's there. Oh, how about that?
Now, Stubb was rambling on. He sent me a message on Facebook. Slim is the only person... no, not Slim. Who's his opponent in the...
Shibo.
He rambled on about trying to accept the match or something from Shibo's proposal, but he couldn't do it. But Steve knows about it. That was the sort of sentence that Stubb typed. So I'm none the wiser to what he meant.
Stubb. Well, he said he accepted it, and I said, well, obviously Shibo nor I got that, so I told him if Shibo wants to play the match, fine. They need to play it quickly. And supposedly they played it. Or they're playing it today, I think.
Well, that's what he said, and I noticed Shibo had came in the lobby. In fact, I don't know whether he's still there. Let's have a look. Because this could just happen out the blue. Yeah, Shibo's there, so he's hanging around intending to probably play.
Yeah, well, let's hope that they understand what the time really is. Because there's a time difference, isn't there?
I'll tell you, there's a big time difference, about 7 hours probably. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get onto Stubb right now on Facebook. I'll get a hold of him and see if I get a reply for him, and that's a different thing.
Because, they might have a time difference.
Yeah, Shibo's at least an hour or two ahead of me, and so you add that up, you've got at least 7 hours.
Well, that was an interesting play by LS3. That should not really get her a lot. If BrainFellOut does the right thing here. Let's see what he decides to do.
We'll see if I get a reply.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that play. He left one, but she's got trouble there.
Don't kill the stream going on Facebook. No, I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone for Facebook. I'm just waiting to see if America's answer to America's Got Talent replies.
Let's see what she decides to do here. I mean, making that ball really probably was inadvisable. I mean, she's in trouble. She needs to bank this ball and hang it in the jaws, the one on the rail. See, this is a huge mistake to shoot this ball out in the middle of the table.
Well, she can't see enough of it anyway, so she thinks she can pot that.
She should be banking the other ball and hanging it in the pocket over here.
Yeah.
Because it's a blocker, and it's a shot that's easy to make. Oh,
Well,
she
it
can
does
make
go.
that
It
ball.
does go.
Wow.
Well, I didn't think she got enough
I
of
didn't
that.
think she could make it.
Well, this won't bank now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think she got in the spot. I mean, this ball would have gone. I think the cue ball is just a little too high. She might be able to twist this in. Boy, this is a hard shot. She's got to play it off the back of the red. She's got to play it off the red. That's really the only way.
We stand corrected, Slim.
No, it's BrainFellOut.
It's BrainFellOut is at the table.
He needs to play this off the red. Hit into the rail, play it off the red.
Yeah, double kiss.
And, and that shot is a shot that comes up all the time in 8-ball games. Is play it off the rail into another ball, and he just didn't recognize that shot.
Yes, you're correct, Cobra.
Numpties, yep.
Yeah. Well, I've got an excuse. I was looking at my phone. Steve's got no excuse. He's the one looking at what's happening. I just backed him up.
Well,
dear.
I mean, this looks like it's going to be 2-0 LS3. I mean, I don't think she'll mess this up. This is the kind of situation where she's pretty good.
I'll tell you something. I think she's got to take that red that she's looking at right now, because that could be an issue if you're not sitting very good on it.
She's a little funny here. Hopefully she can get a shot on the red in the side pocket, because I'm not sure that she's going to have a great shot on the one in the corners.
Well,
ooh, missed it. Well, but that's okay.
Well, I think that BrainFellOut can bank this one up the table as a blocker.
He's got to take a flyer. He's got to try to make this.
And
can he bank it? Will a bank up table?
He maybe have to tweak it a bit of left English just to try and make the proper hit on it.
It's tight. It might bank up table. It's tight. You can bank it in the side pocket, or he could kick at it.
I don't know what he's looking around for. He's got one ball to aim at.
Getting safe here is very difficult to do.
Why is he not jacking up and putting a wee feather of left English on it to make it? Well, he is jacking up. I don't think he needs to jack up as much as that, though.
Oh, is he going to try to? No, he was trying to masse shot. Yeah, that's a hard shot.
Well, it should be 2-0 now.
Yeah, with the free shot.
Now, one quick question to the guys, because there have been no complaints so far, apart from complaining that the stream wasn't that good to start with. I take it Steve's audio is fine tonight, because that was adjusted last night, and there should be no difference tonight from once it was upped a little last night. So if you've got any complaints, just put it in writing.
Boy, she's making this a little bit clumsy. Well, she should shoot the one in the side pocket now, and so she can roll down, because going the other way is hard. Yep, she's going to do that. Good choice. And that's perfect.
Well, listen to Slim. Good evening to Semi-Pro. Here's Semi-Pro. He's a rules man. Well, then now it's suddenly got funny. And going to have to jack up on this and get a bit of fizz in it, I think, because that yellow ball's in the way.
Yeah, and you don't want to have to hit it this hard.
That's perfect, as long as it doesn't scratch, and I think it's okay.
Yep. Yeah, you just never want to make it that tough.
So BrainFellOut had his wake-up call, 2-0 down, needs to get on the board. And unfortunately for him, BrainFellOut, it's LS3's break.
Yeah, I mean, BrainFellOut's in a world of hurt.
That is horrible. Is there a shot in that other yellow? Yes, there is. I thought she was actually nailed. She might be nailed to this yellow.
And
no, I think she's okay. I think she's okay.
This is a table where they're both good. Biggest problem here is what kind of rub she's going to get on this other yellow. With this light cue ball, she might not get a rub in it. Okay, she's going to draw it. She's drawn it. That's a smart play. Smart play there. Don't take a chance on the rub. Yeah, and they're still sitting kind of funny.
Oh, there's your cat in a I don't know. I think it's a plastic box. Boots in a box.
Yeah, it's a cat. That's what cats like to do. They like to get in boxes.
So, not tempting fate here. After all my problems I've been having, and after my test last night, and the fact that I'm up and running right now, and we've got no problem right now, why did none of you tell me to update all my drivers? Why everybody was telling me it was this, it was wrong.
Because we figured you were that smart enough to know.
No,
that,
well, you
would be updating everything.
No. Hang on a minute, Steve. The normal human being, of which most of us are, with computers, the most common driver you'll update is probably your graphics driver.
Okay, so if we're going to talk normal human beings, she's in trouble here. She got the wrong angle. This is really tight. She's in trouble here because it's going to be difficult to pot this yellow. I thought
that's so bumping off the back.
Well, I thought what she needed to do when she potted the yellow into the corner that was in front of this one was be in a position where she'd come back and shoot it in the side.
Well, I think if she'd actually played that softer and got it to the jaw, I think that would have been off the back. Semi-pro will agree with me there.
Well, BrainFellOut can cut this one in and bump that and make it. I don't know that he wants to shoot that kind of cut shot at this point. He may look for something simpler. He might be able to do it here.
Yeah.
This is a lot harder to get to it, though.
Well, he didn't. I mean, you got to see that shot. That's what I'd have been doing. I'd have been cutting that and getting a run in the cue ball to bump that and get it out of the way.
Well, I mean, he can make this ball and then play safe, maybe.
Well, that yellow's going to be potable. That's the problem. Where it's sitting, it's potable.
Yeah, I think he can make it. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, he may try a big draw shot here. No, when we're talking about normal human beings, normal human beings leave the auto update on. Look at this. Well, that's brutal. Normal human beings auto update their drivers.
Well, yeah, I've had that.
I understand you don't want to do that, but don't tell me you're a normal human being.
No.
That's what the normal people do.
I've always, but listen, hang on a minute. Let me just explain myself here. Windows updates has always been on in my computer. It's never been off. I put it off recently to try and eliminate what might be causing the problem, but that's another story. It's been on ever since the PC was formatted. My question
Windows update will update your drivers.
Yeah, but it doesn't update them all. I'll tell you that, because how come when I installed the driver booster and I got the Pro version, how come it told me that I needed Microsoft something plus, loads of Intel updates, and I say there was about 14 or 16 updates.
Well, the Microsoft thing was a software update. Intel, it's possible that the board update, some of the drivers on the board weren't being updated automatically. I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know what. I don't really know how Microsoft's update system works. It may be required that the vendor actually put those up, and if the vendor doesn't, then they won't update. Yeah.
Now, miasma's correct in that sense. What I'm saying is, I've known for a while, when I had the free version of this booster thing, I've known for a while that there was loads of drivers that need updating, but you can't bloody find them online because you can't see the whole name of the file and what it is. And anyway, to cut a long story short, it's always told me that I needed Intel this, that, and the next thing, but once it installed all of those drivers, the PC's been running as sweet as a nut. And I'll tell you something else. Even Starfield runs better now. So it's obviously needed some sort of update in software. And Starfield, the game, runs better.
Well, I guess you better find a new PC repair shop.
But the driver update seems to have fixed it.
They should have updated your drivers when you took the thing in.
No, all they were there to do was to find out what the fault was and put that right. I mean, I didn't know that this type of thing would manifest itself after having got my PC back up and running. Now, this thing happened out of the blue, but anyway, that's enough of that. It's working, and so far, as of last night and tonight as well, not a problem. Well, this is not looking good here for BrainFellOut. He's got to put this away. Can you see this yellow now? Oh dear, hang on a minute.
I don't think so. It's very tight. Maybe.
Yeah, he's okay. Well, he can see it. I don't think he can pot it. I think that's the problem. Yeah, he can't get the cut angle, I don't think.
He's going to try to twist it. Little Massey here. I don't know. He's going to try to play safe. I don't think that's going to work. Maybe he's going to try to bank it. That'd be a tough. Oh, he's kicking at it. That's what he's doing. Well, not a bad idea, but
he's not got it to a rail.
There's no cookie in the cookie jar there.
You not get around to updating to Windows 10 yet, Slim? I don't mean go and do it right now, but I mean, you know, a couple of hours it'll take to get it up and running. There's nothing to be scared of.
Yeah, I just buy a new computer when it's time to put a new version of Windows on, because I need the old ones. I've got Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 7. I still got Windows XP computers. I got all kinds of Windows computers. It's just buy a new computer every time a new version of Windows comes out. Well, yeah, and LS3 is pretty rock solid on these kind of tables. You know, her weakness is doing crazy stuff when she on tables that are maybe more difficult to run out. These simple tables, she's, you know, pretty golden.
I've just got to get right up the table right now, like that, just to drop this into the side. Now the question is though, does she want to drop that into the side or take the one up top first and leave the one into the side as an easier way to do? I mean, 6.5 a dozen, isn't it?
It doesn't really matter. I like that play there just because, see, this is so simple. You know, you just stun it off the rail and... You know, the side pocket you could maybe potentially get funny on it.
Now, is everybody happy with the stream quality now? And remember what I told you to do if you think it's a bit blurry or anything like that. Just make sure you check the tab in the bottom right hand corner.
BrainFellOut just got the break he needed. That's a dry break. Now, that was a little pun there. You notice that, Hugh?
Where?
Never mind. So, I can't imagine he's not going to take reds here, but
well, they all go. This is where the skill involved in moving the cue ball comes into the game.
I think yellows might actually be a little better, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, they're both good.
Well, he's got to get out of there clean. That's the first thing he needs to do here. He's got to come out clean. He doesn't want to bump anything. Oh dear.
No,
oh dear.
The first thing he has to do is
pot the ball. Yeah, that's a huge fail.
Well, you don't expect him to miss that. But, you know, this is going to be a fast match if he's going to do that, because LS3 is out for blood here. I mean,
I'm afraid that the prospects for the survival of BrainFellOut are diminishing fast here, folks.
Yeah, this is, you know, I'll be surprised he doesn't get out here. I think that one of the places LS3's really improved is just not making stupid mistakes. I mean, she's just really solid on these kind of tables where all the balls are in the open and there's not a lot you have to do. You know, and that's a huge attribute. You can say, oh, well, you know, you can't do this or you can't do that, or, you know, you don't know this shot, or all these things. Okay, maybe she doesn't have the gear that some players do, but being able to run out to easy tables all the time is it's a huge thing, because you're going to beat most people if you can do that. You know, the only people you're going to lose to if you can run out the easy tables are the other people that can run out the easy tables that also play the really difficult tables well.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah.
She's got this other ball. You know, just going to adjust the pattern here. So now there's a decision time of where you're going to go next.
Now are you gonna err on safety and come in behind that red and into the table, or are you gonna just dink this?
No, I think she's going to dink it. That's what I would do here, is I'd dink it, get a little angle back, and then slide over, because both those yellows will go in that corner pocket, so she doesn't have to get on one or the other. I would dink this and
Yeah. See, if she's
go from there.
if she's dinking this, she has to be sure she doesn't leak away in behind the red. No, she's going to be hampered though.
Yeah, but you know, you can slide this straight across and shoot the one on the rail.
Let me
That's what
see
she
if
decides to do.
I've had a reply from Stubb.
This is where you got to know this cue ball, because I think if you just roll this, you might get a shot on it, because this light cue ball, you know, it's going to go at the right angle. I think if you just roll this, she's going to jack up a little. Yep, that's perfect. So she obviously knows this cue ball pretty well. So this is the shot that's tricky. So what you got to decide, whether you're going to draw this back and shoot it in the same corner or shoot it in the side. I think she's probably going to go for the same corner. Yep. And I think that's a good choice, because it's more guaranteed.
Yeah, you're not running into anything or trying to do anything acrobatic. Just keep it simple. That's the golden rule. Keep everything simple if you can.
Well, that's the right way to play pool. Yeah, Dennis Aquilio was the master at that. You know, that's why he was such a great player for so long. And he's not playing as good as he has. I think he's about 45, 46 now. But he still plays pretty damn good. Let's put it this way, I'm not going to like playing him at all. And he'd probably give me a fair amount of weight.
Well, BrainFellOut 5-0 down, couple of balls in the break, and a very good table. I mean, everything is available. He's just got to make the right choice.
Yeah. So he's 44 now.
Well, I say everything's got a pocket. That yellow hasn't. The red's in the way. And
yeah, I think he's probably going to take the reds. The one red is kind of hung out there a little bit, but it does go up table.
It looks if he's maybe coming. He's coming straight back up. That needs to halt one way or another, because it's going nowhere. He can't even see the one over the corner now.
I think he can shoot that if he wants.
Can he?
It's close, but I think he can shoot it.
Yeah, the problem is though, he's going to have to watch the scratch here. Yep.
No, you just stun this thing, and then you got the next one on the side. Even though he may not shoot that. That's not a wonderful looking shot. He's probably going to shoot the one up on the rail here. And if you just shoot a stop shot, you got one in the side. I mean, this.
The two of them go.
Well, this is not a good ball to shoot at, this one over here. Even though you need to get that out of there, that is not the time to shoot it. Oh boy.
Well, it's one of those nights, it looks like.
Well, you know, I mean, it's hard. I mean, LS3, you know, she's not missing and she's running out every time. And when you play against somebody like that, and you know, you can start feeling a lot of pressure when you get it to the table.
Oh yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
Man, if I don't run out, you know, that's going to cost me two games.
I think BrainFellOut's already well past that stage. Yeah, he knows that. Well, that
LS3 has gotten a lot better at this game.
That yellow in the rail that she's looking at, I mean, it's dead straight, but you can certainly get yourself back off it. And well, she's let it leak away a wee bit there. She's going to take the straight one in the middle of the table.
Well, maybe she wasn't, but maybe she is now. I mean, I think that's just a stop shot. I think that's what she'll play. And she rolled through. I guess she's trying to get to this other one back here. Boy, that's kind of tight. I think it'll go. It's a little on the tight side.
Well, the one that she's shooting, she's obviously the wrong side of it.
This is tricky here. Yeah, that's not going to be any good, is it?
Well,
she got it to stop.
Yeah.
She really knows this light cue ball, because a normal cue ball, there's no way that's stopping.
Yeah, I mean, even looking at that shot myself, I'm thinking I'm running through to the short rail here with this angle.
Yeah, I think she needs a little inside on this. I guess she could, with this light cue ball, try to get up and shoot that in the side, but I'd hit a little inside and come inside of that red and then shoot the one by the side pocket up in the corner. That's what she's going to do. Oh, she hit the red. I don't know if she was trying to do that or not, but she's okay.
Oh, it's she's not got a great deal of room here. Got to get this pure.
She's got enough room. The problem is that she's going to have an angled cut on the next one that she's going to have to hit hard enough to get across the table and off the rail and down for the 8. She's just going to roll this. So she'll leave herself an angle on that yellow, and that's going to, that's going to be the key shot. Well, she's not going to roll it. All right. See, I thought she should have rolled it, because see the angle back she has? She'd have the same shot, maybe a little more angle, and then you shoot that shot, come across the other long rail, and out for the 8. I thought she should have rolled that ball. Maybe she just didn't want to have that much cut back angle on the yellow.
If that's me, I'm playing a cut shot for that combo to try and push that red up the table over where the 8 ball is to try and block the pocket, or it'll go in. It's a desperate shot. Well, you could play the pot on the side. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got
to hope this will follow in.
A pretty good chance of that following in, although it's not super deep in the pocket. If you don't hit it square, it's not gonna.
Well, he might as well hit it now. There's no point in hanging around. It's either going to go in or it's not going to go in. No matter what he does, I mean, if he just leaves this sitting there, he's still got to shoot it. And he might not be quite as good on it to shoot it. Oh, I don't know what that was.
No. He doesn't have the angle he needs on this red.
Well, is he playing the bank? Obviously, got to be playing the bank.
Yeah, and these pockets are just not that friendly to bank to.
Got to do this. That's at a dead weight pace. That's perfect. That was well done
there. I'll tell you, when I was playing a lot of tournaments at hard times on the 4-inch pockets, you got a bank shot like that, you'll be thinking twice about shooting it, because I played safe on a lot of bank shots like that because the tables were so tough that if you don't hit it perfect.
Well, big cheer for BrainFellOut. Well, at least he's off the mark.
He's off the nut.
Yeah, he's pleased as well.
Good break by LS3. See which one she picks. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you probably got to take the reds. And
yeah, but if she
really,
takes the one
to
she's
be-
looking at now, she's gonna push the yellow onto the other red probably and lock herself up.
I like the yellows a little better, except for that one. You know, it forces you into taking it. So this is a little tricky because you want to roll through here.
Yeah, see, she
boy.
brushed the yellow like I thought.
There's the first kind of crazy shot. Because the problem is, see this red she's got down here. Now she's put the yellow even closer to it.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not sure you wanted to shoot that yellow at that point. You could get a little better angle where you could roll through and shoot that red. Well, let's see what she's going to do here. You know, I mean, she may shoot that red now. I mean, I don't like leaving it.
Yeah, got to get it now. Again, it's it's not ideally perfect, but again, you might never get good on it to have a pot.
Yeah, might need a touch of inside English to not bump the yellow like that. See that?
It's going to land on top.
You know,
Oh no.
see, that's that light cue ball. You needed to put inside English there to avoid that bump. And then you come straight down the table and play shape on both of them. She got away with that one. I mean, that could have rolled up and just locked up. So this shot's a little tricky too because you're trying to make this and come up with a shot. I would probably draw this. And the reason why is you hit the one yellow, then the other one. You know what I'm saying, Hugh?
Oh,
she didn't hit the first yellow.
And hooked. Oh, is she? Let's have a look. Well, I think she could. Is she going to blast this? No.
Man, that's that light cue ball. It went right. It didn't hit the first yellow.
Well, that actually might cut, believe it or not, if you blast it. But the cue ball's running all over the place, up and down.
Yeah, but at this point, what choice do you have?
Yeah.
Is she going to shoot a jump shot, or is she going to shoot a masse shot?
Well, she can't shoot a jump shot. That's one thing she can't do.
I like the paper thin cut. Just blast away. Because,
Yeah.
you know.
Got to give it a belt.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's potable.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
get it
she's going to
thin
put a
enough.
masse.
No.
She tried to masse it to make it. That makes the shot hard. I'm not quite sure what she's trying to do there. She had a bunch of English on that ball. Well, let's see what BrainFellOut can do. Can he get another game here?
How comfortable is he sitting on these yellows? Either of them have got an angle to cut. He's trying to get himself up table here. Is he going to go far enough? Oh, he's just got there.
She can make this though.
You
Spin
think
this
so?
off the rail. Oh yeah. She's going to have to masse it a touch and then rail first and she went the other way. So I would have tried to make it in that corner there. I wouldn't have tried to just hit it. I would have tried to make it because when you're in this situation where your opponent has all these balls on the table and you don't, you got to try to make that ball because there's really no place to hide.
Well, I'm just a wee bit worried about those two yellows up there. I don't know why, but I'm just worried about them, the line that they're setting and where BrainFellOut's going to start here. I don't like the way they're sitting.
I would start with the one right on the rail like he's doing because
Yeah, get rid of that, yeah.
get rid of that one.
But my concern is what's happening up top, especially with that yellow that's on the top left-hand side. He's got to either drop it in dead weight and try and get one in the side. I don't think the one in the side's a good idea because you could end up with the wrong angle and run into the other one.
This is an easy table.
Well, it looks easy, but
No, this is an easy table. I mean, because that ball is not blocking. It's very easy to pot this ball. It's natural to get position on the other ones.
he's getting rid of this one right now, which makes it a lot easier. If he gets rid of that one,
I mean, it's so natural position there. That's the thing is, as long as you've got real natural position plays, really all you got to do is make the ball at that point. You don't have to do anything with the cue ball because it's going to run on good lines.
Now, is he going to get there this time? Yes, he is. So this should be. Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh,
hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh, God.
What the hell was that?
You see how that. Well, BrainFellOut's just discovered again how this cue ball just leaks away if you just get into it that little bit too much.
Boy, that was.
That could have been an embarrassment. Well, it's
all right.
a wee bit more respectable.
At least make LS3 think about it, which is an important thing to do.
BrainFellOut's break. I don't think it's giving him any joy. Look at this mess.
Yeah, that didn't do him any good. So this is going to be a strategy game.
Yeah,
whenever you get a table like this, it's going to be a strategy game. Well, the first thing you want to do in this situation is pick the ones you like. And if it's the yellows you like and you don't have a shot, you might be able to play safe. I think the reds are okay, so she'll probably take the reds here. And they're right off the bat, Now, that might have looked crazy, but I'll tell you why it wasn't that crazy. One is it was pretty straight. You almost guaranteed you can come back into them. Two, you got all these other reds out on the table to shoot. The chance of not coming up with a shot was very low. Yeah, so, and that's the time to do something like that, is early in the rack.
She can pot that one, definitely.
Needs to bump this one. Oh, see, that was a huge mistake. She needed to bump that red. Kind of move it away and out, because now it's going to be a problem. She's already got one problem with the one on the rail. Now that other one's a problem, too. I'm a little surprised she didn't go forward there. I guess she was trying to bump this one on the rail. Now she's in trouble. So this is where you probably stop making balls, because it's not going to do you a lot of good to keep making balls at this point. What I would do is probably bank this one red that's closest to her out into the middle of the table or up table and get it out of there.
Why? Well, I mean, see the one that's on the rail, the one that's nearest her. Can she not just bump that one onto the one that's in the rail?
All right. Well, that's not terrible.
At
least got a pocket blocked.
It's giving BrainFellOut something to think about if he's coming down to that 8 ball.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't need that pocket, but I mean, it does make it tougher.
Well, the good thing for BrainFellOut is if he can get himself back up the table at some point, he can drop that yellow into the side. Although he might want to get rid of it now. I don't know that having the yellow where it's sitting to the left of the 8 ball is going to be helpful to him. At least it's better there than up the table, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this table's very doable at this point. But the play to block the pocket, it might help her. I mean, there's definitely a couple balls down there that
well, by doing that, she's immediately given BrainFellOut a headache. He's now seen the red over the pocket, looking at where the 8 ball is. He's thinking, right, well, it's going to be a bit harder than he maybe first thought now that he's got this chance to try and run out. I don't think it's going to be straightforward. Now, does the 8 ball go in the side? See, the 8 ball goes in the side, so it's got pockets available, but every one of them's just awkward to get on that 8. Yeah, and it doesn't go up table past that 8. Well, there's a disaster. That is a complete disaster.
Yeah, that's doing it to yourself. Yeah,
well, I think, something, Steve, I think the good idea would be to just hit a yellow here if he can, and not move that red that's above the 8 ball. And he hasn't, so that's given the free shot away. He wanted to hit his ball, obviously, but he didn't want to hit something too hard to move that red above the 8. That would have been a problem for LS3. It's not now that she's got the free shot. So BrainFellOut's comeback's going to be halted. However, here's another thing. Why is she not potting the one that's over the pocket right now? Because to me it's a bit fiddly to control the cue ball and get on that 8 off that. And that's right enough. Get rid of it. And should have plenty of room to have a sight in the 8 ball. How's that look? Well, she's got obviously looking, I presume, to come over here or come up straight. You know, she's going to leave it at distance. Well, used all of the pocket. So the lead goes back to 4. One Pocket Slim is signed up for 9 ball hard times. Steve's gone quiet. Is he gone eating again?
No, I was dealing with somebody's problems. Okay, so where are we here? It's now 6-2. BrainFellOut at the table with a very good table. I mean, this is one, you know, you really should get out on every time.
Well, the clincher for me then is the yellow over the right side pocket and the yellow that's above it. That's tricky.
It's kind of funny. BrainFellOut missed a couple easy shots early in this match, and you know, maybe he wasn't ready to play. He seems like he's making them now. But unfortunately, against a good player, you can't afford to do that.
I think that yellow above the yellow in the right side pocket does squeeze past the red that's up there.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah, there's plenty of pocket there. I mean, just need to get pretty straight on this next one and then stop it, shoot the one on the side, roll that one up into the corner, and you're good. So he can probably just roll this and still be okay because this cue ball is going to hold up pretty quick. That's one thing with a normal cue ball, you might get a little high trying to roll this, but with this one, I think you're okay. Yeah, see how quick the cue ball stopped?
Oh.
So,
yeah, he's as good as he's ever going to be on this. This is perfect. Yeah, that's not perfect.
That's terrible.
That
what
is not
the hell
perfect.
was that?
He just didn't hold it. He's got to hold it.
That's just not paying attention.
Oh dear.
Because even if you backed it up a little, you're okay. This is not what you want, especially into a partially blocked pocket.
Oh, where's the cue ball going to end up? Is he going to bump something here? Is he trying to avoid a bump here playing this? I think he is.
Oh,
well,
that's just a complete disaster.
Well, that's the best thing that's happened though, that he's actually tied up the red.
He's just gonna get frozen to the back of a ball.
Yeah.
That's a terrible shot there.
It just gives him a lifeline. He can easily hit it, but he's going to probably sell out anyway.
See, when you're in a situation like that, she should try to get a free ball. I mean, because it wasn't like it wasn't going to be hard to get a free ball. I mean, the problem here is he could get lucky. He blasts this thing and get lucky.
See, I think
he tried to roll up on it and didn't. But she should have really tried to lock him up.
Going back to that shot that BrainFellOut played on the ball into the side pocket to go into his last yellow, I think he just get caught out again with the cue ball. I think he was hoping to just play it plain ball and it would die, but it's just it's just even that shot just got away from him because he didn't put the cue tip low enough just to kill it.
Well, he can shoot a masse or he can blast this and try to get lucky. I mean, I don't know what LS3 is doing, but she's giving him chances that even though they're low percentage chances, she's giving him chances.
Yep, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to try to play a better safe than that and get him locked up where she gets a free ball. Blasting won't do here, though. Why not?
Well, ask Cobra. He'll tell you.
Why won't blasting do? I mean, this game is a slop game. Blasting's always an option in this game.
Well, he's more than likely going to be in trouble again in a minute. I don't think LS3 will be making a move to try and run out here. I think she's just going to... Well, is she? Maybe not.
Well, at least here she could roll up on the back of this if she wanted to.
Yeah.
And she didn't roll up on it. See, that's the thing, is I would be trying to lock it on there. Well,
yeah,
maybe she couldn't avoid the black. Maybe she couldn't do it.
Yeah, maybe the line was to avoid that 8-ball, yeah.
But at least she got the kick is a little tricky there because the side pocket's gone. This is a little better.
Yeah.
He's also got a lot of balls moved over on the side rail, which isn't optimal.
Now that's put a wee bit of pressure on it. That's put a wee bit of pressure on.
And this is why, if you can kick safe, great. Go ahead and try to do it. But I think he should have hit that harder. He might have made the ball right there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't block the pocket because that red does go past it comfortably, I think.
I know everybody hears me say don't blast it, don't do that like that, and stuff like that. But there are times when blasting it's a good choice. If you can kick safe and control it and stuff, great. That's what you should do. But in this game, when you get down or you've got one ball and you don't have a good shot that you can control or, blasting is a pretty good option.
Well, it looks as if that red on the rail, that's the one she's trying to get into.
Watch out, watch
the cue ball. Well.
Yeah. And see, here you go losing a game that you're never supposed to lose. And
she was in command there, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, she shoved a lot of balls on the rail. She didn't, early on there, she didn't play for the free shot, and it ended up coming back and biting her. It's those were very minor points, but that's sometimes it's very minor things that cause you to lose.
So, well, what BrainFellOut needs now, we obviously know he needs a good break. The ball is going in, and the yellows. I'll tell you something about this. If you're LS3, I've been in this position a lot in real life, where I'm up in the match and I do a couple dumb mistakes, and the next thing you know, now I'm in a fight for my life. Because the guy gets confidence, your opponent gets a bunch of confidence all of a sudden, and, you get a couple bad rolls, and next thing you know, that those kind of mistakes you probably shouldn't have made end up making it a match that now you're going to have to play. It's going to be close. There's a lot of pressure, whereas you could have won just on a landslide. Well, I mean, here's a test for break. What's the hell's he done here?
I think he's okay, but that was... Yeah, the ball goes. He's okay.
I was just about to say, here's a test for BrainFellOut to just find his way out. He's got no obstructions.
Now this shot's a little tricky with this light cue ball, because you don't want to hit this too easy. I mean, the problem is that you hit it harder, you could put the red right in front of the side pocket, but so that's a problem shot because he had nothing. He was hooked. If that ball goes in, he doesn't have a shot. He needed to roll forward and bump that red. I don't know what he was trying to do there. I mean, having the ball hang in the pocket's obviously a good thing.
Rob says he needs his brain not to fall out.
Well,
no, his brain's already fell out. That's he needs to put his brain back in. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, that's wow.
Well,
and you know, I mean, he's at a disadvantage in this just because he's going to miss more balls than LS3. He doesn't play the easy tables as good. So in spite of some of the mistakes LS3's made, he's still just a huge favorite in this match because he plays better than he does.
well, she's got to get down onto this isolated red down here.
Yeah. Well, it's time to get back to business and play like she was playing. And yeah, I mean, and she's probably going to have to shoot that last. She's going to shoot it now. Well, now this is kind of tricky because really the only natural play you got is to shoot that red in the side pocket, and that's tough. Maybe she's going to try to dink this and get a cut on it. This is not what you want. If you're going to try to get this ball where you can shoot it down the open corner, you need to hit this with inside English. Dinking it, it's going to want to go behind the yellow.
Well, you're talking my language, semi-pro. I agree with that.
Okay, she's going to try to draw this off the rail. And, yeah, so that's...
Yeah.
That was kind of hit and hope shot there. You're kind of wishing... She was kind of wishing she came up with a shot on this red. Now, that was... you know, I thought she should have taken the... I thought she should have taken the red that she just kicked at first and tried to come back for that other one.
I'll tell you something. That's not a bad result. That is not a bad result. Look at where BrainFellOut's stuck. He's not got a shot. He's got no shot. He's got to duck up table, obviously. He doesn't want to... He's just got to get distance in this. He's not potting anything. There's nothing to stop him playing the bank on the one that's on the short rail up top.
No, this is just roll up on top of that yellow. You just roll up on it. What's he doing? Oh, that's terrible. All you had to do was roll up on it, you know, and just bump it and use the 8-ball as a blocker.
Well, this is going to be in or over the pocket, isn't it?
Do you want to get a lock-up safe? Yeah, but when you got two choices, one is a no-brainer can't miss versus a difficult to get the lockup. I mean, you got to consider that. I mean, he should have just rolled up on that ball and let her kick at that red. You know, you go for the lockup safe when it's a shot that, you know, you can execute. That was a tough shot he just tried.
Oh, good effort.
That's a good try. I think, you know, it's difficult to listen to somebody commentate and then make sense out of it all the time. Because if you listen to what I was saying the last rack against LS3, you'd be like, oh, well, I need to play a lockup safe here. But the problem with that one is the lockup safety just was not very easy, whereas the safety that wasn't as good was trivial.
Has he blocked the line? He's not blocked the line.
Yeah, but this is not good because it's too easy to kick this ball in. That's the problem here. It's just too easy to make this red.
Yeah, there you go. You've got to get the cover and block the angle for that shot. And see, it's the finer details there. Probably both of the players. It's just the finer details on that shot there by BrainFellOut. He had to make sure that she didn't have the angle to the rail to play the kick. Oh, they're playing in 15 minutes. Yeah. I didn't know they were going to be playing so soon, so obviously Stubb did wake up when I sent him the message.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he sent me a reply.
Well, no, I mean, I think he probably knew because when I was talking to him this morning, he was saying they had agreed to play in 8 hours, and I think that was about 8 hours ago. So it's probably a 4 o'clock match. So they're going to be playing in a match room.
He says, on my way home, you noobs, 36 minutes still remain. So that was his reply. Right.
Well, I'm glad they're playing the match. I mean, the thing is when you do a confirmation of a match, you should get a message and an email if you have them turned on.
Yeah.
So if Stubb says he confirmed the match, he should have got that. And if he didn't get it, then he should know, hey, something went wrong. It wasn't confirmed because I didn't get a message. Who is Shibo? Oh, Shibo's been around a while. He's played a bunch of things.
Shibo used to be Diablo. Then he used to be Pulminator. And now he's Shibo.
Oh.
Well, I can see who Semi-Pro's rooting for.
We already know you're not a fan.
Well, remember, this is only a race to 11, so the way it's heading, well, you never know yet. I mean, BrainFellOut's at the table, so it's in his hands, this rack.
He should get out here. Key ball wise. Oh, what's he doing? You hate leaving the one that's out extended from the side pocket, but it might end up being the best one. And he's left himself pretty crappy here. He's made a lot of cue ball mistakes. And, obviously LS3 is moving the cue ball quite a bit better than BrainFellOut because he keeps getting himself into trouble on tables that
He doesn't want to be shooting. He doesn't want to shoot that one up top right near that red because that's too tight to pot that at this angle. I think
this is ugly here.
Oh dear, that has got it's suddenly
getting uglier.
Yeah, it's getting uglier. I'm totally confused because I thought he was in the yellows.
So you probably want to take this yellow right here that's near the eight ball if you can.
Well, going back to that yellow that's now LS3's yellow, that's a slight problem if you ain't sitting good on it. I mean, you've got all of the pocket from the jaw, but if you're not sitting good on it,
well, she'll be good on it right now. She's gonna make this and be perfect on it.
Yeah, that's as good as it's going to be. That deals with that problem.
I mean. And this is where LS3 is really good. She'll run this table out, and she'll make it look easy. She'll dink, 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 dink. She's really improved in these kind of tables. She plays open tables really well, and that's kind of the first thing you gotta learn to become a good player is how to run out open tables. It sounds easy, but you'd be surprised, watching people, how many people don't do that well.
Well, this has got to go 2 rails, isn't it? I mean, she's got to come across and back across.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that.
Try to hold it. Well,
I would have shot the other one and then shot out and drawn back for the one in the side pocket. But,
well,
that's.
At least she's got a good enough angle, though. I mean, the angle's good enough, so the cue ball's coming out. You just got to make sure it does.
You may need to hit this with a little right English to get it to come out. Yeah, it did. She got through it. Good.
Now, again, this has got to be just plain dead weight, because the angle in this cue ball just, of course, it's soft enough it's going to run to sort of there, isn't it?
The way she played it was actually pretty good because she didn't take any chances where she had to hit the ball down the rail hard, which, makes these pockets pretty tight. I mean, I like the way she played that. And Semi-Pro's right. Her shot selection is really improved. She's playing much better patterns, and that's what allows you to go dink, 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 and not have to spin the cue ball up. When you get an open table like that and you're spinning the cue ball up, that's already a bad sign.
Well, here's dry break.
BrainFellOut with a dry break, and They both work.
Well, if you're going for yellows, you've got to take the one that's square to the cue ball right now. A wee bit awkward cut, but I think you've got to take that one if you're going to commit to yellows.
Well, that may be the only shot you got on yellows. I think she's going to take the reds. I mean, the reds are probably as good as the yellows.
Now, where's the problem, red? Now, see, now that she's on that one...
Well, she's not got the right angle to get to the problem red. Because the problem red does go, but it she doesn't have the angle. She's fine. I mean...
Well, if she can get into that one and drop through, can she not take that red up table? Yeah, like that, where she's done it the other way. She's got a choice here now. She could push that one up top right now if she wants.
Yeah.
And she's going to run into the yellow, and she'll still have a shot.
I like shooting the one on the side and then shooting the other one right down here, or is she going to shoot this down table? She's going to get rid of this right away, which is probably a pretty good choice. You got to be a little careful here. You could end up right on top of your red, like that. Yeah, but she hit it hard enough to bump it. I mean, it wasn't a bad shot, but she actually put that red in not such a good spot. I was thinking she shoot the one on the side, then shoot this one down by the rail and come out and then shoot the problem red.
Well, maybe stating the obvious.
Was a better pattern.
BrainFellOut's got a table that's wide open here. They all have to go. And the one up top goes, so there's not a problem for him. It's all about the cue ball control.
Well, and he's shown to be a little shaky with the cue ball, so there's no guarantee he's getting out here. I mean, right off the bat, he's already
outward. Yeah.
Took him a whole one shot to get funny.
Yeah, he's got no choice. I think he's got to try and dink this into the side.
Well, he could shoot this one up the table in the corner, yeah. I mean, that's the one I'd probably shoot. The side pockets are... Okay, he's got that down.
Well, he's still got a shot, but...
Yeah, this is okay, because he'll come up with a shot for sure. Either the one in the same corner or the one in the side, one of those in the side.
Well, I don't think... I think maybe... A while back, a lot of people, because LS3, when we watched her in the early big tournaments, there was a sort of a hint of give up in their matches, wasn't there? There was a hint of give up and giving a bang at a ball and that type of thing. And I don't think you see that so much now. I think she's got her head right as far as getting the job done goes.
You got to have no give up in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, pool is very mentally difficult. I mean, if you're down 10-0 in a race to 11, you got to try to win.
Of course, yeah.
I've had some huge comebacks being down in matches like that. It's never over till it's over. So, he's got to shoot this ball, and I would stun this so it comes in tight on the corner and comes out to shoot the one on the side. Yeah, he's okay here. He's gonna need to stun this ball into the side. This is a little dicey because if you don't hit this clean, it's coming out.
If he's running this loose forward, if he's running this loose forward, he's got to be careful as well.
Yeah, he's going to run forward. I think that's a good choice.
Because I'm worried about the 8 ball.
Hard.
That's what I was worried about. He's okay though. Well, he's got a shot. And I'm worried again about the 8 ball because these reds are in the line and he's got to get the cue ball out of here far enough.
You got to get it past this red.
And that'll do it.
So he's got another game in, but, he's going to need 7 and she needs 3, so that's not good odds. You got the better player that's over 2-1 ahead. That's never good.
Wow.
Yeah, well, semi-pro, you can lose anything. I've lost several matches where I lost the flip or the lag and never got out of my chair. I've done it to people too, but not as much as I've had it done to me.
Well, what do you go for here? Because obviously, again, there's a problem with the yellow and red up on the right hand side above the 8-ball.
Yeah, I like the yellows better just because you've got the two yellows close to
And
each
you
other
can-
that you
yeah.
can break out.
Oh,
Well, but that's
uh-oh.
so.
We've now got a slight problem down the bottom left as well with those two reds.
Yeah, I mean, I still like the yellows better. But if you're going to take the yellows, you really want to shoot one of the ones up table, the back cut. And the problem with that is the cue ball line's shitty. It wants to go over there behind those other two reds. So, you know, this is a kind of a tricky decision. I mean, the reds are easy to take, but they're not so wonderful. Now, if you're going to shoot at this one, you got to decide how you're going to shoot this. I'd probably put some speed on it because you don't want to run over behind those two reds and sit there. Well, he got away with it, dinking it. He's got a shot. That was close to being locked up.
Well, he was, don't forget, Henry was 14. He was 14-8 behind Jimmy White in the World Championship final, and then Jimmy White never won another frame.
Yeah, snooker, you're going to get to the table though, at least. I mean, and pool's brutal. You know, I mean, I've seen straight pool matches. 150-point match where guy breaks and then the guy goes 150 and out,
and then you sit down.
It's like brutal.
And then you go home.
Pool is way more brutal than snooker in that regard.
Well, BrainFellOut on the yellows.
Well, this is the perfect opportunity right here. Hit this with a little speed, miss the yellow, and run into the red because you want to move the red, and then you can just shoot that yellow. Just like that. Oh, well, that was a little unlucky how he came up. I mean, he hit it in a way that he kind of got screwed there. Oh, boy.
Well, he's going to be buried in a little while, isn't he?
Well, he can cut this ball.
Yeah, but can he get anywhere out of there? Let's have a look.
It will come out possibly, but there's nothing certain about this. This is one of those uncertain shots.
Well, he can actually pot this yellow. He can cut it.
He can cut it. This is going to be one of these phenomenal outs.
Well, this has got to be, the inner overshot. He doesn't want to hit this too hard. He wants to hit it sort of dead weightish towards the pocket, and if it goes in, that's a bonus. But he's got to not rattle it around the jaws and leave it open. He's got to put the pressure on LS3 with this shot.
Yeah, I think you make this and shoot the 8 in the hole.
Oh, he's had a blast at it, and he just wouldn't listen to the commentator. He's had a blast at it.
Well, he had to hit it hard. He had to hit it hard to get the ball to the.
Yeah, he had to get it out, but not quite as hard as that. I think a more controlled shot.
Here's the problem LS3 has. She needs to split these up, and she cannot afford to let him to the table unless he's absolutely locked up. Oh boy, that would have been good for her.
Well, she's okay though. She's okay.
That would have been good for her if she made that yellow. Because the problem with the way that yellow's sitting right now is it can be kicked at unless you're locked up. And she almost made it. It would have been better if that had gone in for her.
Welcome to.
So at this point, she needs to run out. She does not want to have to play a safety here.
Now I'm going to just tab to the internal browser in a minute once this rack's over.
Yeah, that's not great.
No, that isn't very good.
Put a lot of topspin on this, and then she's going to have to take a cut on it. Oh, here we go with crazy. Here comes crazy. And there it goes, the loss.
Yeah.
It wasn't that crazy, but, that certainly makes the pocket a lot smaller. that's not really fair to say that was crazy. It wasn't that crazy, but
No.
it's really not the kind of shot you want to have to shoot.
This is catching the yellow thin, so he's looking for it into the side, and he ran too far.
That was not the way to shoot that.
Yeah.
Oh no. That was not good. All right. Well, I mean, he's going to have to try to cut this in the side, and there's lots of pockets for the cue ball to go into. I mean, this is going to be a little close, potentially, in the corner pocket up there.
Bottom right-hand corner, yeah. Oh, he's undercut that by a mile.
Well, I mean, she gave it to him, and he gave it right back. Not what he could afford to do.
Yeah, that was a must, that visit there from BrainFellOut.
Whoa. I almost got away from her there.
But I mean, there we're talking about a yellow that's over the pocket. Now, what I didn't get to say there was the worry that it was a thin edge, and the fact that the cue ball then is going to take a thin line to the rail, and that's why it went sort of dead.
Let me say this. In pocket billiard games, that shot comes up all the time with balls hung in close to the pocket, this and that. You have got to be good at those shots. You've got to understand how to move the cue ball, because they come up all the time.
Right, hang on a minute.
Well, look at this break. That was a pretty good break.
Back in a second.
Okay, so
get this thing to work. Hold on, just bear with us.
Are you thinking you're going to go look at the stub match?
No,
what
I'm bringing
up. Trying to look at?
I'm bringing up the bracket, trying to find the bloody thing on it. Oh, you said a matchroom, didn't you? It just dawned on me.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I just remembered that.
I tried to not lecture you. I tried to give you a chance to realize it on your own.
It took a while for it to sink in, but I just realised that when I was on the bracket.
Well, I don't know what he's doing here, but that's not really very good position. This is how you miss balls, having to shoot balls that look like this. Well, I mean, a back cut into these pockets.
And this, if you hit this hard, this could go round the jaws, come up and split the two yellows and red in the middle of the table.
He could scratch if he hits it wrong. Oh, you don't think it's getting to the pocket?
He's not got. Well, he's got the cue ball to a rail. That counted, and I don't think he's left one shot. Yeah.
That thing barely got there. Oh, it didn't get there. Well, we'll see if she can get out. Now, this is the kind of table that LS3 has more trouble with. Is she going to play this triple? I don't think that's a good choice. It's not dead, that's for sure. Yeah, that was not dead by any means. That was a hard shot.
I'm just leaving the room at the moment.
Wow.
They're not playing yet. When are they playing? I thought you said 15 minutes.
I thought said a half hour, probably 4:30.
I thought they'd have been up and running. I was going to drop into a quick look and then just tab back to this match, but they're not under. Well, that's good that they're not underway yet, because it means that we might have a chance of seeing it from the start.
Well, I didn't know if my prediction was going to come through that quickly. Like what I was saying is, LS3's weakness is still difficult tables. She plays the easy tables just awesome. I mean, she's really good at the easy tables. So her next step in her look at that. Her next step in her journey to become a better player is going to be, learning to play those difficult tables better.
I think BrainFellOut is just in a roll of the ball there.
I think BrainFellOut has had it fall out. She's got a safety play here.
This will drop into the side. This will just go straight into the side, this yellow.
Yeah.
You're right
on
top of it.
That kind of shot. Oh, God, maybe she doesn't have a safety play. She does. Got that in. Wow. Commentator's eye there, Hugh.
Yeah, but she got the cut as well, and just got to watch these two reds on the other side here. That something silly could happen. Something silly could happen. Oh, she's
not
okay.
With this light cue ball. You'd have to really rip it. No, she should be out here. So yeah, I would shoot this one in the side and roll down and play position on these other two balls, one in the side, one in the corner, because you're guaranteed something. So she's good here. Boy.
Well, she did more things right the other night against you, Cobra.
I would go 2 or 3 rails, play position on both balls again. Hit this with top right English, go around the corner and come over and try to play position on one on the side. She's going to back up and try to do that. And she got away with that a little bit. Oh boy. Yeah, this is a little touchy here. I think with this light cue ball, you could hit a little soft draw shot and make this one on the side. She's going to do something else, and this is not an easy shot to get back for this yellow. Oh, that's terrible. Well, I think she can make it off this red.
Yeah,
well, I'm not sure where she's going to shoot the 8-ball. I guess the 8-ball will go up past those other two reds. It's tight. That's probably where she's going to end up unless she's going to hit this hard. She could hit this hard and draw it back and shoot the 8 in the side.
Plenty of room there.
She didn't do that. See, I was kind of wondering why she didn't hit that harder. I mean, it does make the shot a little touchier. I guess she's confident she can shoot past these. It's a little on tight side.
That might go.
Yeah, it's a little tight, but, she pockets balls really well.
It's catching the jaw.
Yeah.
Well. What does BrainFellOut do here? I mean, if he plays that combo just to push the red down to next to the 8-ball, he's got to be aware of the kick, though, hasn't he? He's got to be aware of the kick up and down.
This is tough because with the ball hung in the pocket, if it was me, I'd probably. What would I do here? This is tough. I probably would roll up on that red. I mean, that safety is not terrible. I just hate letting people at the table with a ball hung in the pocket.
I think LS3 is going to try and just miss the edge of those two reds and chip this 8-ball.
I think she
don't know whether she can, but
I think she has to masse this to make that shot. I think it's going to need just a little bit of masse. If she doesn't masse it, I don't think she can make it. Doesn't need a lot, just a teeny bit. But you know what? A teeny bit's real easy because you just don't have to raise the butt of the cue very much. It's a very controlled shot. I think she just goes in between theirs with just a teeny bit of curvature. She didn't go up. See,
just missed it.
That's what I saw. I saw it not going in unless she massed it.
Right, so free shot, deal with the problem. Now I'd actually push those two balls like the line he's got right now and go forward. Make sure that the two of them are getting pushed up into the table rather than chipping at half ball and one going to a rail. He doesn't want to do that.
I agree.
Like that. I mean,
say like that.
That's crazy. This is what I talk about. The little subtleties about. I would have much. Well, put it this way, my shot might not have been great, but it would have been far better than that. You push the two of them and you follow through so they're in the table.
Well, there were a lot of options there. You could have shot one of them, played shape on the other one. There are a lot of things that you could have done.
Well,
that was not
and that wasn't it. Yeah, that definitely wasn't it.
So I'll say this about that shot LS3 took on the 8-ball. Now there's you go through a phase in your pool playing career where you get shots like that, and you're good enough that you know how to shoot this. Well, and you try to convince yourself that it'll go without saying that. Oh, I can make this. Yeah, it'll go. When it won't, and that's a hard a hard thing to figure out. Well, I don't know what the hell he's doing here, because that's a good way to lose.
Were those two reds in the kitchen, Cobra? Were they, the two of them?
Now this one, it's more obvious that you have to masse it, and I just don't know how easy it is to masse this light cue ball. I would think it'd want to turn a little bit more, but this is not, this isn't that hard a masse shot, really. You just got to not hit the red.
Oh, this is difficult to play. Well, that looks excellent. That's a great shot. Nailed it. And
so she was certainly capable of doing it. I think she was wishing the other one in, and wishing balls in doesn't work in this game. I've done it many times and lost a lot of matches trying to wish balls in the pocket.
I agree with that, Semi-Pro, that they were a combo towards that pocket where the 8-ball was. The only worry I would have had is that, suddenly you've caught too much of the 8-ball and it goes in. That was a scary bit about that shot, where you could try and combo the red behind the back of the 8-ball. I saw that, but I think BrainFellOut would have been a bit like me, just scared of doing something daft and potting the 8-ball by mistake.
Well, sometimes you got to take a chance. Sometimes the safe play is a high percentage loser. If the safe play is a loser 9 out of 10 times, it's probably better to do something crazy.
Now, I read a story, or I heard a story about the reason it was called the kitchen. Was it not something to do with the size of the pool table in somebody's room, and the fact that you had to play in the kitchen because there wasn't enough room in the actual room where the table was? That was a story I heard. Somebody can maybe verify that. That's how it ended up getting called the kitchen.
That sounds like a bullshit story.
Well, it might be bullshit, but I don't know where I heard it, Steve, but I remember these things.
But that's my inclination, is to think bullshit. Pool's been around a long time, and pool was played by, it used to be played by, more elite type people.
Well, snooker was like that as well, because it was played by army officers, and everybody in a big fancy mansion in England had a billiard room. They didn't have a snooker room; they had a billiard room. So it was posh people that played billiards up to a point.
And posh people don't need to stand in their kitchen to shoot at one end of the table.
No, but
they got a bigger room.
Now there's a task. There's a task for you guys. Get onto Google and find out why is it called the kitchen line? Why is it called the kitchen? And I bet you'll come up with something like I must have read before. I don't know where I heard it, but that's what I heard.
Oh boy, she did not want to be straight in on this shot. She don't like it. That is not where she wanted to be.
It's bolt straight. Yeah.
Well, gonna have to probably
fizz.
Just roll forward and just shoot the cut.
Big fizz, or just roll forward, not go too far forward.
Here we go with crazy.
Yeah, that'll work.
But it was crazy good.
Back in 1932, Bill McDonald had a pool table in his house.
If you're going to shoot Steve, if you're going to juice up the cue ball, what?
Never mind juice up the cue ball bullshit. Read what Miasma just said. Read what Miasma just said.
1932. Well, what did they call it before 1932?
Well,
because there were pool tables in there. What did they call it before that?
Well, what did I tell you? I told you I'd read. And then, in meantime, the bloody match is finished.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that shot she shot there, if you're going to juice up the cue ball like that, and you want me to say, well, it wasn't crazy, you execute it. I mean, she hit it good.
Right. I like that. That's where I read that. Miasma, back in 1932, Bill McDonald had a pool table in his house, but his living room was not big enough for the entire table. One end had to be placed in the kitchen.
And I'll tell you.
I'm right.
I'll tell you who that was. It was Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Well, that's the MacDonald it was.
See, I told you I'm a mine of useless information, and I remember things. If I read this, I've had more education on Google than I ever had when I was at school. I'll tell you that. And I remember stuff like that.
Look at RPP, 3-0. You know, I told you the other day, when was it? Who was it? That, were you streaming a match or was Slim? I was saying that Poland Power looked like he had a pretty good idea about this game, that he could be good at it.
You were streaming it, Steve. The one where you no sound of the table, for God's sake. I mean, is it that long ago?
That was, yeah. Hey, you know, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Don't remember. That was like a few days ago.
Right. Now, here's an interesting thing about that stream that you did, Steve. I watched the stream at the beginning, and who went into the room first? Well, whoever went into the room first was knocking balls around, and the audio was fine. Then suddenly, all you heard was a repeated dum, dum, dum. If you watch the video and you listen to it at the beginning, you when the player goes into the room, you hear him hitting the balls, and the audio of the table's fine, the sound of the game's fine. But then suddenly it goes dum, 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 like a repeated beat, as if the audio
what happens
broke.
When you get a noob screaming. Yeah, I mean, RPP could be good at this game, but he does a lot of stuff wrong. But he's got somewhat of a feel for it. I mean, he's up 3-0 against Shibo, and he's probably the favorite in this. He's not going to beat the better players in this, but he could beat a lot of people.
Yeah, he's trying the Albanaria shot there. You notice that?
Yeah. I'll tell you, this could help his pool game too. I mean, this game will help anybody's pool game.
Well, again, there's the standard cowboy 3 railer here, but you've got to get to the rail short of the red, obviously. Yeah, this is a tournament match, but it's been played in a match room. Yeah. I'm just about to sneeze.
Yeah, I don't know if Shibo's any good at this game or not. He doesn't have a very high rating, which tells me he probably hasn't played it much.
No, it tells me he's a bit like me, that any 3 cushion matches he's played, he's lost them all.
Yeah, Coldest P, this is an actual match. They had missed the, well, there was some confusion. Stubbs said he confirmed and he hadn't, and so of course it's the world against them or whatever. But if you confirm a match, you should get a message about that. You know, that's the way you know that it's really been confirmed. If you don't get a message, then it hasn't been confirmed. This looks pretty good.
Oh, red needs to get out of the way though.
Got the kiss.
That was a good line.
And those kind of kisses can be hard to predict. You know, I mean, that kiss wasn't that easy to see. Should have fined him 1,000 V-bucks. And semi-pro with a politically incorrect statement. Oh, look at this one. This looks pretty good. Nice hit there by Shibo. All right, I gotta go do some stuff. I am gonna leave you here.
Yeah, Steve doesn't. He can't stand this either, so he's off. Right.
Hey, I streamed one the other day.
He'd enough of that. Right. Anyway,
well, thanks for streaming, you.
Thanks for your company, and we'll bid you good afternoon and good night.
Congrats to LS3 on the win, and look forward to seeing her play some more. All right, good night, guys.
See you later. I'll just tab out for a little second and shut down Discord. Right, there we go. Now, how many are going to drift away watching this? I mean, people are only really watching to see if Stubb can get beaten. That's why everybody's watching. They're not watching to see if he's going to win, they're just watching to see if he can lose. Cue ball should automatically disappear as soon as object ball is hit. What the hell are you talking about? I mean, there's an umpty statement if ever I've heard it. He wants the cue ball to disappear so that he can get to three rails without bumping into the cue ball again. Or whatever. I don't know what the hell he's on about. Yeah, the PC is working fine. And The main problem was a whole load of drivers that needed updating that don't update automatically no matter what anybody says. And they don't update with Windows Update, so that's bullshit. Because if that was the case, mine would have been updated and nothing would have needed done. But if this keeps up, then I'm over the moon. I am so pleased. But Shibo is off and running. He's got 2 on the board. You're better off streaming challenge rooms. This looks good. If the cue ball gets out of the way, oh, he's just short. This could be, this could end up being close, which makes it interesting to watch. Yeah, as I said, it was about 14 or 16 updates, many of them Intel updates. 2 of them were Microsoft++ stuff that needed updating, and I knew for ages that they needed updating, but I couldn't find what was meant to download to update, if you know what I mean. And you don't want to start downloading stuff that not necessarily compatible, or if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to start making things worse by trying to make things better when you're a numpty. But I think I've got lucky though. So we're 3 apiece now. Now this can go, well, you can go left or right side of this red ball, and it's about how much of the red ball you take, because you don't need English, you just need to find the line. You need to visualise that line. And this is going to go, it needs to get to the long rail a lot sooner. It's going into the corner. Oh, welcome to Albie. I didn't notice Albie there. So when I started the stream tonight, I had one tab open on my second monitor to watch the live stream. I had a second tab open on my main monitor to play the music. I had the live stream running, and everything's gone great. 2 nights in a row. It must be fixed. It must be sorted. Yeah, well, the Asians are glutton for punishment, I'll tell you that. But I do actually like watching 3-cushion billiards played by, proper people that know what the hell they're doing. I mean, it's very nice to watch some of the things that they actually come up with. But as for falling in love with 3-cushion, well, that ain't gonna happen. That is well off the radar. So Shibo, from 3-0 down, has found himself in the lead. And Stubb having a blast again. Well, I know the shot I see. I'd be left English, and then of course you're having to avoid the traffic. You could end up having a double kiss, but I'd be bumping that, spinning that, getting to the top rail, round to the long rail, down to the short rail, long rail, and back up for the yellow. That's the shot I saw there. Very artistic. Well, as I say, Rob, if the guys you were watching were pretty damn good at the game, it's great to watch them, coming up with stuff you just can't see, That's a good one. And the red's going too far into the corner. That's no good there. That's too tight. Got to be, you know, 6 inches away from the corner with that red to give yourself good odds in getting a hit. And exactly the same for Shebo. Now, what cue ball is he? Is he the yellow? I haven't even paid any attention. No, he's white. So, well, again, he can go multi-rails here. He can go this way, up and around and down into the corner. I don't know what the hell way that was, but that's nowhere near it. A diamond and a half short. Well, I expect you would think so if they're playing in Vegas, if it's a tournament. You know, they're in it for the money. Well, you give it as much power into it as you can, but at that distance, it's having to travel 30 feet there. That object, the ball, to actually get the hit in the red. 30 foot it had to travel. Well, I've never heard of the guy, so obviously you've been watching some of his videos on YouTube. That's going right into the corner. Now the yellow is a slightly better target there. Now he could be going for the blast across the table, trying to get the... Oh no, he's going... Now again, it needs to get to the long rail a lot sooner. That's too straight a line into that corner. Well, Stubb will be going around it. No, he won't. I forgot he's the yellow. I don't think you can see the white. Yeah. Well, that'll work. Just. Oh, Stubb back into the lead. Now is he going narrow side, is he? Nope. Well, it's not going to open up enough, is it? No. I mean, Shebo had the right idea there with that shot, but it just wasn't going to. It wasn't going to spin and open wide enough to get the hit. Well, the cue balls, again, it could do be been off the short rail, but it's not too bad. It's still quite a big target. Now, I don't know what he tried there. I mean, he should have been trying to find a line off the ball that was in the middle of the table rather than playing the other cue ball first, because I don't know what he was hoping to do with that. Shibo's that's a thing he's always done. That'll work though. He's always played quickly, and most of the time not getting a lot of success doing it, making too many mistakes. Well, you'd think Stubbs going to have to. Well, I can't go that way. I think whatever he does, he's going to blast this. Again, you can blast it with left English to get to the right long rail, short rail on the top, long rail on the left, short rail on the bottom, long rail on the right and up to the white. So it's travelling a big distance, but you've got to get. I don't even think you can do that. You really need, and again, of course, when you're doing all of that, you still have to avoid that red ball coming across the table. He's going off the white. The white's the short rail, long rail, short rail, long rail into the red. This looks like it's going to come up too soon. Again, right idea. That's why it's so frustrating. You can see a line, and you know, it hits the first two rails, and you think you're in with a chance, and then it either goes short or it ducks in the back of the red. So, race to 15 always seems a long way. Well, this could go around the back of the white and kick it if you're going off the left side of the red as we look. But again, I can't fathom out what Stubbs trying to do. Oh, he's going forward. Yeah, that looks good. That'll work. Well, it might be shot for shot this match the way it's going. And the white cue ball's in a good place here. That is pretty much perfect for a hit. You know, it gives you a very good odds in getting a hit if you can get that line. Well, again, a shot like that just puzzles me. How the hell is he going to get 3 rails doing that? Oh, my stomach's rumbling, I'm hungry. Now, this looks as if it's got a chance. It's going to go wide. Now, is this one of these ones where you run off the rails? And no, it isn't, because it's a yellow ball that's a cue ball this time. I'm totally confused. But the white again is not too bad. And I like the pace in that, but is it going to open up again? Not enough. Oh, that looks very close. No, I'm going to have something a bit more substantial than a dark chocolate biscuit. I don't know what I'm going to have, but I'm going to have something, because I can't survive with my gut rumbling at this time of night. Even if it's a couple of slices of toast, that'll do. Well, the way he's aiming now looks as if he's going to run into those red and yellow straight off the long rail. It won't now. Well, this has got a good opportunity here. And that was well done. That would have been a 2-pointer if it was 4-ball caroms. Six apiece. And I like the line in this as well. That's well played. So back into the lead for Shibo. Yeah, I see that's where I fall foul doing that. You know, the sort of cowboy shot, stunning around the angles with spin. You're always sending the first object ball dangerously close to the object ball you're trying to hit. Well, that red is sitting not bad again. Again, Stubbs got his own way of doing things. But, you know what, to me you had to play off the white there and get it running around the table. So, who's going to get some daylight in this game? Same problem for Shibo there. Well, again, there's the 3-railer off the white. There's obviously the 3-railer off the red. 1, 2. And 3. Well, this still might have a chance if it's got the legs. It still might have a chance, this. Not quite. Once again, the yellow's in a favourable position. But can he get, you know, to make the angle and get the rails, can he get the red out the way? He's gone too shallow. See, this type of table's what's got me baffled. You know, when the balls are middle of the table like that. I'm still wondering when. And again, I forgot to ask LS3 the night again. I forgot to ask about whether she'd sent a proposal to Chiku. Has anybody spoke to LS3? Whether she's actually had any correspondence between the two of them. Well, we're only halfway home, folks. 7 apiece. Stubbs having a break. Right, so we've got Cobra up against the Cerro on the win-loss side. We've got Emmett waiting on a loser coming through. We've got Fast Eddie and Shibo to arrange there. This is obviously in the black ball. Sorry, no, this is a 3 cushion, isn't it? Well, they must have arranged the match one way or another. How the hell did it end up forfeiting then? You know something? Stubb, I think, has just been a bit of a numpty. I think Stubbs just come up with a load of bullshit. You know that? Because first of all, the only way it would have forfeited him if he chose to forfeit. Otherwise, why would it be on the bracket? The deadline was like 2 o'clock in the morning, was it not? Is that what it's about? I take it the deadline was today. I never even paid any attention to that. Yeah, that's right. The deadline was 2 AM this morning, my time, so the two of them are numpties. Stubbs not just a numpty, Shibo's a numpty as well. The two of them. I mean, they're bloody week or more, goodness knows, more than a week to get the match arranged. How hard can it be to arrange a match? I'm sure those matches were sitting there with like 10 days to get played. And then they wait to the last minute till they start communicating with one another, and then they end up having to do this. No, I'm not getting there. Well, by the way, if you're listening to me, and you're going to pay the price for that, don't say I didn't warn you. Maybe Stubbs got hungry and he's wanting to get something to eat. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, he's back. Oh, is that going to come in enough? No. You know something? That is a drink I've never drank, nor I don't think I want to, because I've smelt it and it smells disgusting. And I get my caffeine kick from my coffee, thank you very much. You know where you stand with a good cup of coffee. As I certainly will do after this match is over. It smells rotten, so it does. It's another one of these gimmicky things. It's a gimmick drink. It's a bit like hummus and what do you call that other stuff that looks like a bag of birdseed? What's it called again? Quinoa. That's another thing that's a gimmicky thing. It's one of these trendy things. I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do with quinoa? Tell me. Absolutely. I mean, these are all gimmicky foods. But as is this bloody what did you call it again? I've forgotten the name of it already. Red Bull stuff, yeah, that. Yeah, but hummus to me is I know without even tasting it, I know it's going to be bland. Because all it is bloody, what do you call them, chickpeas, isn't it? Mushed up chickpeas, so it's just going to be bland. So then that's why you have to end up buying hummus with various flavours in it to make it palatable. Hummus with garlic and that type of stuff in it. I mean, I'd probably eat hummus with garlic in it because I love garlic. It is gimmicky. It is. Over in this country it is. It's all trendy stuff. I mean, there was no such thing as all that crap round about years ago. And it's all suddenly come out of the woodwork. Good wholesome food you want, not gimmicky crap. I'll tell you what, give me fish and chips any day over a bloody bowl of hummus. Well, you know, hummus is also the type of thing you would eat and then think, right, well, I'm still hungry, I better order a Chinese. You know, that's the type of food I'm talking about. All I can say is your turds must be some colour eating that shit. Yeah, I'm into wholesome food. No, I know it isn't. It's a thing you dip shit into, you know. You dip stuff in, just to be trendy. You go into these places, these trendy restaurants, get a bowl of hummus and you all dig in. And pay over the odds for it as well, I hasten to add. Yeah, you'll never sell that to me, I'm afraid. Not in a month of Sundays will I go near that crap. This might still work. I think it will. I think it will. Excellent. So suddenly we've got a point in the board. And the more I talk about even hummus, my stomach's still rumbling. Yeah, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Oh yes, roast potatoes, roast beef and gravy. Oh yeah. Now that is my kind of food. Dump your hummus in the bin for that. This also might work if it avoids the collision. And another excellent one from Stubb. Proper man's food we're talking about, not this girdly hummus stuff. Well, Stubb's got the daylight. 9-7 in front. Oh, that's even worse. That just looks like rolled up dog turds. Falafel. I know that I pick it for customers every day. It just looks horrible. And it's what I term as foreign muck. That's there's more than me refer it to as that. And that sauce strumming crap that them from the northern climes eat, that's only there for entertainment purposes. You seen the prices of the tins of that stuff? 20 odd quid they want for it, and most of it ends in the bin. I don't think I think I've had kebab meat, which, let's be honest, it's not the best quality cut of meat you're ever going to get. Oh, what a jammy get. Did that get 3 rails, didn't it? That's a Cobra shot there. Yes, it did. Yeah. Jammy stub at it as well. And suddenly he's got a 3-point lead. And the white cue ball sitting in a good spot. Now, I do have to say one thing in the defence of those that like hummus, when I'm the one that would say that, you know, haggis is pretty good. If you have it in the right measure, with the right accompaniment, yeah. I do like a bit of haggis, and most of you guys would probably turn your nose up at it. It is certainly an acquired taste. And then the one thing you don't do with haggis is go and look at the ingredients. Oh, I would spam. Yeah. Spam, spam and spam. That's today's special. Spam with chips. Spam with spam. A Monty Python classic, that is. Well, Shibo has got to try and survive. You've got to try haggis, neeps and tatties with brown sauce on it. And another good one from Stubb, I think. Pretty certain it was. Yeah, it's a 4-point lead now. Now that guy that's just arrived in the room, he'll probably like hummus with a name like Yasser. Where's he from? Oh yeah, he'll be eating sheep's heads and all sorts of stuff. He's from Turkey. He'll be into all sorts of gruesome food. No doubt about that. Yeah, but the thing is, it's got to be HP brown sauce. It can't be any other brown sauce. None of your daddy's brown sauce, none of your barbecue brown sauce, none of your, again, gimmicky stuff. Proper 100% HP brown sauce. As soon as you take the lid off the bottle and you sniff it, yeah, if you know that it's proper HP brown sauce, you take a sniff of the sauce in the bottle and your mouth starts to salivate. That's how bloody good it is. And you can have brown sauce and everything. But if you're going to have bacon, a rolling bacon or fried eggs, it has to be brown sauce, never tomato sauce. That's a cardinal sin in my book. If you put Heinz tomato ketchup on a fried egg, it's got to be brown sauce. Anything that's bacon, anything you're frying up, sausages, it's got to be brown sauce. There are certain rules and that's one of them. You probably get guys being trendy having hummus with brown sauce on the top of it. Just to get rid of the bland taste of the bloody hummus. Well, I beg to differ, Coldest Pillow. Well, there might be some truth in that, but there is a brand of brown sauce that's sold up here. It's sold in my store, and it's actually made by a company that's based in Glasgow. And it is called, they do pickles, they do jars of pickles, and they do brown sauce. And it is the most disgusting brown sauce I've ever tasted. The brand is called Gold Star, and they're based in Glasgow. At least the back of the bottle tells you it's in Glasgow, and it's disgusting. They've got nowhere near the recipe the HB sauce is, and you can taste it. It's foul, but then again, it's cheap. That's the other thing. It's probably like £2 cheaper than a bottle of proper HP sauce. But oh dear, I bought a bottle of it once, but most of it just get pumped down the sink. When I tasted it, it was foul. Actually, because Heinz tomato sauce is so expensive at the moment, I bought a couple of bottles of the Polish tomato sauce that we have in it, because we do a fair big selection of Polish food. You know, we do Polish biscuits and everything and all sorts of stuff. You can even get probably Polish spam in our store. And the bottles of tomato sauce that I got, they had a normal one, if you can call it normal, and they also had one that was sort of spicy. So I bought 2 bottles of the spicy one that were on offer at one time, and I'm well into the second bottle already, and it's nice. It still won't beat Heinz tomato ketchup, but it was still better than paying twice the price and more, or 2.5 times the price to buy the Heinz tomato ketchup. It's just a ridiculous price they're charging at the moment. Yeah, we've got a big bulk. We've got a big bulk section in our store where you can buy, you know, three big sort of almost 1 litre bottles of Heinz tomato ketchup for like £10. Big bags of tea bags, you know, big plastic bags with about 500 tea bags in them or more. So you buy them in bulk, you're buying a much bigger quantity, but pound for pound you're getting them slightly cheaper than if you bought, you know, individual boxes or individual bottles. Multiple tins of tuna, all that sort of stuff. And meanwhile, Stubb is now 5 in front. I think he's got Shibo on the rack here. Shibo's got to put a 2 or a 3 run together here. Tuna's not bad. I must admit I prefer salmon, but tuna's not bad. This looks has got a chance. No. Now, if you're in the UK, just in a completely different subject, I noticed on iPlayer today that they've got what the hell film is it again? Apocalypse Now. is on iPlayer. So if you haven't seen Apocalypse Now, it's on iPlayer. Make sure you go and watch it. And another thing, it's either on iPlayer. I think it might be on ITVX. I noticed also today that Once Upon a Time in America is on. I'm pretty certain. Mind you, I could be lying. I was looking at the two of them today. I was looking at ITVX and I was looking at the iPlayer. So if you want two good films to watch, Once Upon a Time in America is a great film, and also Apocalypse Now, the director's cut version with Martin Sheen and Marlon Brando and what's his name out of what the hell do you call him? The one that likes to smell of napalm in the morning. You know who I'm talking about. Robert Duvall. Yeah, that's the name I was thinking on. Two good films. The thing about Apocalypse Now, people will watch that and think this is far too slow. But it's a great film because you've got Martin Sheen trying to understand how the Marlon Brando character ended up where he was and what he was doing. And so it's the build up to actually finally meeting the guy, which happens at the end of the film, pretty much. Aye, that's is that not him that did Titanic and everything that's made that film? If it is, it'll be like 3.5 hours or 4 hours long, probably. What's he called? James Cameron, is it? Or have I get mixed up? I keep getting mixed up with a couple of the directors. Yeah, if you're going to watch Apocalypse Now, you'll see the little cameo that Harrison Ford has in it at the beginning. The Killers of the Flower Moon one, what the hell's that you're talking about? I don't know what that's about. You need to give me a clue on that one. This looks nice. Oh, unlucky. And Shibu's hit that face where he's getting near it, but he's not getting a hit. Oh, it's a new film by Scorsese. Well, shock me and tell me that there's none of his old buddies in it. Tell me that De Niro and Pesci aren't in it. I didn't. Oh, De Niro is. Well, I made a pretty good guess. He'd dig one of them out the woodwork. Oh, and DiCaprio's in it. Well, it should be a pretty good film with the two of them in it. I didn't even know he had a new film out or about to come out or whatever. Right. Stubbs not leaving Shibo anything easy to get him started here. He's not leaving nice setups here. Yeah, he's 5 in front. It's been a grind to get there. Well, the one thing I would say about this tournament is that those that are in it better enjoy it because and better make the most of it, because put it another way, it'll be quite a while before there's another one. I don't think this will be an annual event. I've got the awfulest feeling it won't be, judging by the fact that Steve hasn't got the patience to sit and watch it. I don't think he'll be keen in running another one. Don't tell me that's another jammy fluke, is it? Don't tell me that's a counter, is it? No, it isn't. Now there's something that we sell in our shop that's again it's another posh trendy thing that they'll have in high quality, high class restaurants in Scotland. Cullen skink. I take it some of you guys will have heard of that. Cullen skink, 2 words, Cullen, and then Skink. Well, it's called Cullen skink, but in reality it's really smoked haddock soup. And it's expensive to buy in a tin, but it's a bit of a delicacy. Now, I must admit, I mean, I like a bit of smoked haddock, but I've never had Cullen skink. But if you were ever in any doubt of it, Baxter's make it. You should get it in. Most of the bigger supermarkets would have it, so it'd be well worth a try because smoked haddock soup is bound to taste very nice. If you like the odd kipper as well. And now there's another thing that, I mean, how many people like a kipper? I quite like a kipper. Can't beat a kipper. I mean, the Americans must have something like that, for goodness sake. They must. I mean, surely kippers have travelled the world, and it's ended up over stateside at some point. I mean, they've got all sorts of different smoked stuff, no doubt, but I wonder if they've ever had smoked kippers. Need to ask Steve the next time. Yeah, they probably do. They smother it that much with syrup and sauces that you can't taste it. It's a smoked kipper. And I mean, one of my favourite, I love mushrooms. You know, I'll eat any mushroom, any shape or size. I love mushrooms. That's one thing I've always loved. Sprouts as well. I like sprouts, but the thing I've always found with sprouts is they're either hit or miss. You know, I don't like sprouts that are too big, you know, approaching a golf ball size. I like smaller sprouts, and also they're a hit or a miss from the term that you can get them where they're that bit too bitter, or they're just nice. There's not an in-between as far as sprouts go. Well, that's when I only ever have sprouts at Christmas. I don't have them any other time during the year. But as I say, I've always found them to be either on the money or bitter, and nothing in between. Well, Shibo's managed to get another point in the board, but he needs another couple of quick ones just to try and stay in this. I got what's the name of the company that does, they do plastic containers with mashed potatoes in them. What do you call them? Oh, I can't remember the name of them. But anyway, I bought a pack of their cheese croquettes last Christmas time, and I'll never buy them again. Because when you put them in the oven, I'd left them for the time allotted for them to warm up in the oven, and then when I took them out, the 6 croquettes were sprawled out over the baking tray. They had actually collapsed. There wasn't a solid full potato and cheese croquette. They were a disaster, so I'd never buy them again. You want to be able to do croquettes where they come out and they still hold their shape. These things were horrible. No, not Cathedral City. No, the company that does, they actually have their own bags of potatoes. What the hell are they called again? The one you get them in Tesco's, I know that because I pick them every day. Oh God. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but they do their own cheese and potato croquettes. They're disgusting because they just don't hold their shape. They just flop all over the tray when you take them out of the oven. Their bags of potatoes that they do are a sort of bluish colour, and the potatoes have got the red skin on them. What the hell's the brand called? Oh God. That's another thing that'll bug me till I go to bed tonight. And suddenly the name will pop into my head unless one of you guys knows what I'm talking about. Well, that was just 2 rails, wasn't it? No, not Golden King. That's a yellowish bag. That's a sort of goldy yellowish bag. No. Not them. There was actually a bit of a news story. That John Turode, him that does the MasterChef program. He was. I think he got told off for sort of trying to promote the brand on telly or something. I think he got a scolding. I don't know whether it was off the BBC, but it was that brand. No, not Aunt Bessie's. No. They're in a. I know Aunt Bessie's are in a blue bag, but most of their stuff's frozen. These aren't frozen. These are just potatoes in a bag. Oh God, that's really got me bugged. That's got me bugged. I think they've got have they not got a guy's name on them or something like that? Is it not a fella's name? That's what they're called. I can see them. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to get my phone out, because I can't stand this trying to think of the name of something. I'm going to Google Tesco and potatoes, and I can guarantee I can find a name, because I'll get pictures of them. Right, see that's like just the type of potato. Maris Piper, large baked potatoes, Maris Piper, Parmentier potatoes. That's not it. I'm hoping to find. No, I still don't see the brand there either, and that's after googling them. I'll get them, or I won't go to sleep tonight. These type of things annoy me. I've got a picture of the golden king buttery golden potatoes. I'm on the Tesco website now. This is crazy. King Edwards, it's not them. Tesco's do their own brand of red potatoes, which they're actually a rival to the potato brand I'm talking about, the name that I can't bloody remember. I'm bound to scroll down over them soon enough. Where the hell are they? Would you believe it? I can't see them. Somebody say the name. Albert Bartlett. Thank God Larry's here. See, you need somebody like Larry. That's the ones. That's the ones. They do. Albert Bartlett do the. They do the cheese croquettes. They're a total bloody disaster. Don't go near them. You've never heard of the Albert Bartlett potatoes? Well, get yourself into your nearest Tesco. You'll see piles of them in a sort of bluish purplish bag, and they're red skinned potatoes. Yeah, take my recommendation. If you like potato croquettes, don't get the cheese Albert Bartlett ones. They just end up like a dollop of slop on your bacon tray when you bring them out of the oven. Thank God for that, Larry. I would never have slept tonight. That would just annoy me. Meanwhile, Stubbs 2 away. Shibo is still stuck back at 8. So this match is pretty much over unless there's an incredible run by Shibo. Yeah, Albert Bartlett. That's the name. I'm surprised I couldn't find him in the Tesco website. That's got me baffled as well. Could find every other potato we do, but I couldn't find them. But I know without having tried them, they're going to be a waxy potato. Whenever they've got the red skins on them, they're a more waxy potato. Probably not necessarily what I would recommend as the best boiling potato. I still use my Morrison bags when I do my own shopping in Tesco. So I do. I bought a couple of Morrison, reusable bags years ago, and I still use them. There's no way I'm just buying Tesco bags because I work in Tesco's. Sod that. I've got perfectly good working bags from Morrison's that do the job. Yeah, I was using my own bags in the supermarket a long time before the laws changed, where you had to, reuse your plastic bags and stuff. I was using bought bags years before they brought that law in. A long time before that. Because the reason I did it was because I ended up with a mountain of plastic bags in the boot of my car. Every time I went to the supermarket, I kept forgetting to take them into the store, so you'd end up buying another 2 or 3 of them. So I thought, well, this is just throwing money away. So I spent a bit more and bought the better quality bags, and then chucked out all the plastic ones that I had. Right, Stubbs on the hill, 1 away. Yeah, and then you end up needing 3 more new bags. Yep. Well, Sheba was doing all right up to about 6 all, and then he's just fallen out of it. We thought we had a match on here, but this is going to probably work as the final nail in the coffin. So well done to Stubb. He goes through by 15 points to 8. And once the ball stopped rolling, that is. And that is the end of the tournament for Shibo. So if we look at the bracket, we'll see that Steve is going to have to change that round, so that it's going to be Fast Eddie and Real Poland Power for the next match. And then, of course, the winner of that will go on to play Kim Sung Min in the next round. We've got the Cobra Acero match set there. Big time zone difference between Cobra and Acero. I don't know whether Cobra's still there. Has he sent a proposal in yet? Deadline date's not until the December the 2nd though. And then further down you've got Tenor 144. Now, did he play his first match? I don't know. Acero got beat by Vinces. That's what that name is there, Vinces. He beat him 20 points to 15. So on the winner's side of this tournament, let's go from the top to the bottom just to see where we are. We've got Capo. These are round 3 matches. Capo against Interchange X. We've got Albinario through to round 4. He had a comfortable win against Kim Sung Min. And Albinario got his high run for the tournament. The highest run in the tournament is now 7, which is held by Albinario, so well done to him for that. We've got LS3, of course, to play Chiku. Now the deadline's the 27th, so we are getting to a tight time here to get matches arranged. And then further down we have Vinces waiting in round 4 for the winner of that match. And that is the 3-cushion bracket. In terms of the schedule, nothing else on it. And one final look just to confirm also, 2023, back to the black ball one. I'm pretty certain that it is now clean also, unless something's been arranged in the meantime. Right, so no more on the black ball, so we're waiting on matches getting arranged there. So that is it, guys. Thanks for your patience. Again, another successful stream as far as the PC goes, and that's great for me. I'm happy, and it's time to get something to eat. Bear in mind we've just been talking about food for the last hour, and that's got my gut really going. So take care, and we'll see you again soon, and good night.